Japanese students memorize over 2,000 complex kanji characters and remember them permanently. They're not smarter than you. They're not working harder than you. They simply learn to work with their brain instead of fighting it. And you're about to learn exactly how they do it. Everything you know about studying is wrong. Your teachers built your study habits on outdated methods from the 1950s. They told you to reread your notes 5 times. They told you to highlight everything important in bright colors. They promised repetition equals retention. But neuroscientists discovered something shocking. Passive studying is the worst possible way to learn. When you reread and highlight, your brain treats information like background music in a coffee shop. It's there, but you're not really hearing it. Your brain slides into autopilot. You've experienced this. You highlight an entire page yellow, close the book, and realize you can't recall a single sentence. That's because highlighting creates a dangerous illusion. It feels productive. It looks like studying. But your brain isn't encoding anything into memory. You're just moving a marker across paper. It's like watching someone play a video game versus actually holding the controller yourself. Watching feels like learning, but your hands aren't building any muscle memory. Your brain isn't forming any real connections. Reading is just watching. Real learning requires participation. This distinction changes everything. The top students worldwide use 5 specific techniques backed by decades of brain research. These aren't complex. A kindergartner could use them. But most students never hear about them because schools still teach the old way. I spent weeks reading neuroscience journals and interviewing top performers to find these methods. They're simple, they're powerful, and they work immediately. Here they are. The first technique is active recall. This is how memories become permanent. Stop reading and rereading. Start testing yourself. Close your textbook right now. Take a blank sheet of paper. Write everything you remember from the last 5 minutes. No peeking. No checking your notes. Just you and that blank page. It feels uncomfortable. Your brain resists. That resistance is the signal that learning is happening. Every time you force your brain to retrieve information without help, you strengthen that neural pathway. You're not just reviewing. You're rewiring. Think about riding a bike. You didn't learn by reading about balance and pedaling. You got on the bike and fell. Multiple times. Those falls taught your body what textbooks never could. Active recall works the same way. You struggle, you strain, you strengthen. Japanese samurai used this method to memorize combat sequences that could save their lives in battle. Your new study routine looks like this. Read 1 section. Close the book immediately. Write everything you can remember on blank paper. Don't cheat. Don't peek. Let your brain fight to pull out that information. That fight builds permanent memory. The second technique is the cumin method. Small daily steps create massive results. You can't eat an entire pizza in 1 bite. You'll choke. But 1 slice every few minutes. Easy. Learning works the same way. Stop cramming entire chapters in 1 sitting. Break everything into 15-minute sessions. Master 1 concept. Move to the next. Then the next. There's a mathematical principle here. Improving just 1% each day compounds into being 37 times better after 1 year. This isn't motivation. This is math. The turtle beats the rabbit in every race. Not because turtles are fast. Because turtles never stop moving forward. Consistency destroys intensity every time. No more all-nighters. No more cramming until sunrise. No more mental breakdowns before exams. Just 15 focused minutes daily. That's how you build unstoppable momentum. That's how you actually retain information long-term. The third technique is spaced repetition. Most students review material once, right before the exam. That's the worst possible timing. Your memory works like a plant. You can't water it once and expect it to live for months. You water it regularly, at specific intervals, so it stays healthy. Spaced repetition follows a precise schedule. Study something today. Review it in 3 days. Review again in 7 days. Review once more in 14 days. Each review session strengthens the memory. By the 4th review, that information lives in your long-term memory permanently. You're not studying more hours. You're distributing those hours strategically. Medical students use this to memorize thousands of diseases. Language learners use this to master vocabulary. Top students use this to dominate their exams. Same time investment. Exponentially better retention. The fourth technique is Kaizen, the philosophy of tiny improvements. How long do elite students study daily? 5 hours. 3 hours. Try 6 minutes. This sounds absurd until you understand the structure. 2 minutes of active recall. Grab blank paper and write what you remember. 2 minutes of spaced repetition. Review something from earlier this week. 2 minutes of focused practice. Solve one problem. Answer one question. 6 minutes total. That's the commitment. No excuses. No overwhelm. Just 6 focused minutes every single day. Kaizen means continuous improvement in Japanese. It's the philosophy that built Toyota into a global empire. Small changes compound into massive transformations. Saving $1 daily seems pointless. But after a year, you have $365. After 10 years, thousands. Small actions, huge results. That's Kaizen. That's how you build expertise without burnout. The fifth technique is Shu, the ritual of focus. You've experienced flow state while gaming. Hours disappear. Distractions vanish. You're completely absorbed. That's the mental state where peak learning happens. Japanese students don't wait for flow state to arrive randomly. They trigger it on command using rituals. Your brain learns through association. When specific cues appear, your brain knows what mode to enter. Build your focus ritual. Study in the same spot every time. Use the same pen. Light the same candle. Play the same instrumental music. These cues become triggers. Light the candle. Your brain knows learning time has started. No negotiation. No willpower required. Your brain just switches modes automatically. Pavlov trained dogs to salivate at a bell. You're training your brain to focus on a candle. Same principle. Powerful results. Now distractions lose their power. Social media can't compete. Your brain is locked in, ready to absorb information efficiently. You now know what most students will never discover. You understand the actual neuroscience of learning. You have 5 proven techniques, used by top performers worldwide. Think about skills you've truly mastered. Sports, instruments, cooking, games. You didn't master them by watching tutorials. You practiced. You failed. You adjusted. You improved through action. That's real learning. Now you can apply it to academics. Your path forward splits into 2 options. Return to the old way, cramming marathons, highlighting textbooks, forgetting everything by morning, repeating that cycle semester after semester. Or choose the new way. Pick one technique from this video. Just one. Try it today. Start with 6 minutes. 2 minutes of active recall using blank paper. That's the entire commitment. 6 minutes can redirect your entire academic future. Leave a comment telling me which technique you'll try first. I want to hear what works for you. And if this video changed how you think about learning, subscribe now. I'm creating more content like this. More brain science. More learning strategies. More ways to achieve better results with less suffering. Here's the truth. You were never the problem. Your methods were the problem. Now you have better tools. Now you understand how your brain works. Now it's time to unlock the potential that's been waiting inside you this whole time. Let's make it happen.